This
session.
conference will
I
now be recorded.
so I'm giving brief introduction regarding me. This is Sai Krishna. I'm working as a senior software engineer in a leading MNC. Today I plan to start core Java discussions. Before going to starting the Java, we must know what is Java. First, we plan to learn Java. Before going to starting the Java, we must know. First, you planning to start the, then you must know what is Java. I wanted to cover what Java thing is going to be supported. What is Java? What is the need of Java? How it's going to be implemented in real-time industry? Everything we wanted to cover. First, I wanted to cover one point. That is, Java is a Java is a distinct application software. Java is a distributed application software. In this software, first I wanted to concentrate what is software. Java is a which type of software? I am saying Java is a distributed application software. First I wanted to cover what is software. Most of people from computer science people is there, non-computer science people is there. So they have some knowledge on softwares, but I wanted to concentrate Java is a which type of software. Software Software is a set of programs. Software is a set of programs. What is a program? I wanted to concentrate. What is a need of program? Suppose you take the calculator software. Calculator is a software which contains inside the calculator. Through calculator, I wanted to perform. Through calculator, I wanted to perform functionalities like my calculator is going to be supporting n number of functionalities. Anand, what is the issue? Calculator is a one software. Inside my calculator, I am going to writing the several programs like addition of numbers. Addition is a one program. Subtraction is a one program. Multiplication is a one program. Division, diagonal, like n number of programs. Programmer 1 is going to be writing the code. Programmer 2 is going to be writing the code. Programmer 3 is going to be writing the code. N developers are going to be involving in writing the code. After writing the code, we are going to combining all those programs. N number of programs are written by programmers. We are going to combining all programs. All programs become a software. So set of programs. How those programs are going to be developed based on set of instructions. The software is a set of programs. Programs are going to be developed based on set of instructions. Set of instructions. I am giving n number of instructions to different programmers. They are going to preparing n number of programs. All programs together software. This software is categorized as two types of softwares are available. One is, first one I wanted to concentrate, system software. Second one I wanted to concentrate, application software. First one is system software. Second one is application software. System software software, application software. So what is the need of system software, sir? What is the example of system software? Best example for system software is operating system. Operating system is a best example for system software. Sir, what is the need of operating system, sir? What is operating system? I wanted to consider. What is OS? Operating system. What is the need of OS? Assume I know only English language. I can speak within English language only. Some other guy is there, he don't know the English much. Understandability purpose. Some Karthik is there. Karthik don't know English much. Understand? So whatever the terminology I'm going to English, he is unable to interact with you. So what is the thing we have to do? We need one mediator too. Suppose Karthik knows only Telugu, I know only English. It cannot interact directly. To overcome this problem, we wanted to use one mediator, interface. Karthik and myself communication purpose, we need one interface. So here operating system is also interface between which one and which one. Try to observe. We know we are the users. This is a system. We know very well that system is an electronic device which knows binary format. System is an electronic device which knows binary. End users, computer knows only binary language, zeros and ones formats only. But we are the end users. Users knows English like a language. We are going to sending the request. We are typing the commands in English like language. In English, we are going to typing the commands. Whatever the commands we are going to typing system don't know. Whatever the commands we are going to giving to system, it does not understand this one. Similarly, system is generating the output look like this one. Binary format output. Whatever the command we are giving to system don't know. Similarly, whatever the instructions provided by system, we don't know. Whatever we giving to system don't know. Whatever the system is giving to user don't know. There is a lack of communication between system and user. There is a lack of communication between system and user. To overcome this problem, we are going to using one mediator or one middleware application that is called as operating system. Operating system is a interface between whatever the command we are going to giving to system is user commands or English language which is going to be converted to mission understandable format. Similarly, mission understandable commands are going to be converted to human understandable format. That point of view, we are using operating system. Operating system is a interface between system and user. Right? So what are the types of operating systems are there? We wanted to consider. There is a what is the types of operating systems are there? How to work with this one? These operating systems are categorized as two types of operating systems. Number one, CUI-based operating systems. CUI-based operating systems. Second one is GUI-based operating system. Character user interface or command user interface. Graphical user interface. CUI-based is there. GUI-based is there. CUI stands for character user interface. GUI stands for graphical user interface. Sir, how to do the character user interface, sir? Suppose here in my desktop, I plan to create one folder. I plan to create one folder name as a core Java folder. If I wanted to do this process through command prompt, what is the procedure I wanted to do? CMD. Through command prompt I wanted to do, I have to type the command cd desktop command, change the directory to desktop. There I wanted to type one command. If you're working with CUI based, everything is command based. Core Java. One folder I am going to creating core Java folder. When I press enter, automatically observe one folder is going to be created at a desktop location. One folder is going to be created at a desktop location. Immediately one folder is created in this desktop location. Similarly, if this is a procedure, we work based on CUI. If you're working with CUI, everything is based on command prompt. Wanted to do any functionality, change the directory, wanted to type the commands. Typing the commands are very difficult. If you wanted to type the commands, remember those commands are required. So instead of that one, instead of using this technique, better approach to use GUI based. Graphical, same thing if you wanted to do through graphical based, just right click on this one and select the new. There you select the folder. Automatically Java folder is come to existence. This is a GUI based. CUI means character user interface. GUI means graphical user interface. CUI, example for CUI based operating systems are, first operating system is DOS, disk operating system. Then Unix is come to existence. First DOS is come to existence. Next Unix is come to existence. After that one, next GUI based point of view. So we are working mostly with GUI based only. Windows operating systems, Linux operating systems, Linux like Linux operating Fedora, Linux Mint, Red Hat, Linux, like several flavors of Linux. Similarly, Mac operating system, several things are going to be supported. In number of operating systems are supported. Sir, what about Java, sir? Java supported which operating system is? Java supported CUI based operating system as well as GUI based operating system. Java supported CUI. We can deploy the applications in CUI based as well as GUI based also. We're going to discuss as well as web based also. Several types of things are going to be supported. How to do that process, we are going to discuss in further. Just I wanted to concentrate. Java is a which type of software I wanted to concentrate. Now, still we concentrated what is if you wanted to start working with Java programming, first you have to some basic knowledge on operating system. You install the operating system. After installation of operating system, you have to install additional software for Java. That type of software is called as a application software. So now I wanted to concentrate what is the application software. Till I concentrated on system software. What is a system software? So what is the example for system software? Now I wanted to concentrate on application software, types of application software. Suppose someone wanted to work with, observe once, someone brought one new computer. After getting that computer, they wanted to work with this computer. They install the operating system. After installation of operating system, I given them to one task. What is the task? Please prepare your resume. That is a task I given to those people. So if they wanted to prepare the resume, they have additionally installed one more software. That software is MS Office software. Install a Windows operating system. After installation of Windows operating system, they have to install one more software is called as a MS Office software for resume preparation. In MS Office, MS Word is there, Microsoft Word, which is used for documentation purpose. Excel is there, which is used for calculation purpose. Similarly, PowerPoint is there, which is used for presentation purpose. Database maintenance purpose, MS Access is there. Database maintenance is possible. So using MS Office, documentation possible, calculations possible, presentations possible, as well as database maintenance also possible. So they install this one. After installation, they brought one new computer, install the MS Office. Through MS Office, they can perform these tasks. Which tasks they can perform? Calculations possible, documentations possible, everything is possible. But I given one video clip to them, movie clip to them. I asked them to play the movie clip. If you wanted, is it possible to play the movie clip through MS Office? Not possible. If you wanted to play the movie clip, what we have to do? I wanted to work with audio or video files. You have to additionally install VLC Media Player. Wanted to play the audio through MS Office. We cannot play the audio and video files. If you wanted to work with them, you must install VLC Media Player. Observe, MS Office is a one application software. VLC Media Player, audio and video file interaction purpose. Here, MS Office is a one application software. VLC Media Player is a one application software. Similarly, Google Chrome is a application software. N number of application softwares are available. Resume preparation purpose they are using. Through VLC media player, can you prepare the resume? Not possible. Through VLC, can you present the presentation? Not possible. So this is that point of view. Application software is a software which is used for, VLC is application which is used for particular purpose. MS Office is application software which is used for particular purpose. That point of view, we are going to using application software. Java is also one application software. Till I concentrated what is application software. But I wanted to cover one more terminology here. I wanted to give what is that one? I given here as a distributed application software. I said Java is a distributed application software. What do you mean by this distributed? So we seen this softwares, application softwares also again categorized as two types. They are stand-alone applications, as well as distributed applications. Stand-alone application, distributed application. What do you mean by stand-alone applications? If you're working with C, C++, which is supported, COBOL is there, C is there, C++ is there, all are supported stand-alone applications. C language, C++, Java, core Java application is also supported stand-alone applications. Stand-alone is nothing but single user accessibility. Single user supporting application. Suppose wanted to work with a Facebook application. If I developed that Facebook application through C or C++ base. I developed the application using on C or C++ basis. Standalone application, best example of standalone development is supported by C, C++ programming. If I develop the Facebook application by using C, C++ base, what is the disadvantage I wanted to concentrate? So I developed that application. I installed that application, and I installed that application in my mission. This is standalone. Somebody wanted to access my application. What they wanted to do? They must come to my mission, sit in front of my mission, access that my application. Person 1 wanted to access my application. Person 1 must come to my home, sit in front of my mission and access that application. After first person completed his transaction, then only second person can access the application. Person 1 coming, accessing. After person 1 log out, second person is going to be login. When we doing that process through standalone based development. When I developed that application by using C, C++. So are you happy with this type of application? No person is happy with this type of application. What they are expecting, sir, we don't want it to come to your home and access your mission. I wanted to sit in my home or my mission. Through my mission, I wanted to access Facebook. That is all you are expecting nowadays. So that type of application is called as a web application. Web application or distributed application. Standalone means single user supporting application. When we working with standalone application, disadvantages. Single user can access at a time. Only one user can access my application at a time. But are you expecting somebody? Suppose you wanted to access the Facebook application. N number of persons are waiting for Facebook application accessibility. No. So what we are expecting? We are expecting what we wanted to do. We wanted to maintain one server instead of this C, C++ based development. I plan to develop that application by using Java programming. I wanted to use that application by using Java programming. I am maintaining one server. That server is accessible by previously only one person, but that server is accessible by multiple persons. Client server based communication. What we are going to doing? Maintaining one server. That server is going to be accessible by multiple clients at a time. N number of clients wanted to access that application at a time. All people wanted to access that application. That type of application development purpose, we are going to using Java application. This scenario is called as distributed applications of. This scenario is called as a distributed applications of. Distributed at a time, client server based communication. Client server based communication. That point of view, we are going to using distributed application. Client server based communication purpose, we are using the distributed application. Java supported distributed application. That's why I'm concluded Java is a distributed application software. Concluded that Java is distributed client server based communication. One more point I wanted to give here, another thing I wanted to concentrate. Java is high level object oriented programming language. Java is high level object oriented programming language. What is this programming language? I wanted to concentrate. First, I wanted to concentrate what is this language. Language, generally English is a language, Hindi is a language, different types of languages are there. Languages are used to build communication purpose. Languages are used to build communication purpose. Once here we are speaking some words, I'm speaking English language, I'm interacting you with the English language. Whatever the English language we are going to using, can understandable by each and every person. Can understandable by each and every person. They can interact, build a communication purpose. We are going to using this language. So language is a normal terminology, English language. So I wanted to concentrate now with a programming language. What is a programming language? Language is a predefined set of normal terminology of language. English is a language. Language is a predefined set of grammar rules. General English language is a set of grammar rules. So we not prepared any grammar rule. So who developed the English language? They prepared the grammar. Who developed the English language? They prepared the grammar rules. Similarly, what is this programming language? Programming language is a predefined set of syntax. Predefined set of syntax rules. Based on that syntax, we have to implement our logic. Syntax is prepared by, suppose, C language developers given some syntaxes. Based on that syntax, how to prepare some logics from my side and develop my application. Similarly, Java people given some syntaxes. Based on those syntaxes, I wanted to work. Like n number of languages based on predefined set of syntax. Based on that syntax, we can implement our own implementations. These programming languages are categorized as three types. Programming languages are categorized as three types. They are low-level programming, middle-level programming, high-level programming. Low-level programming, middle-level programming, high-level programming. So what is the example of low-level? Best example for low-level is assembly program. Best example for low-level is assembly coding. Assembly coding mostly in the form of zeros and ones. Binary format coding. Embedded people can do this type of coding. So we are not going to be involved in that type of coding. After low-level programming, middle-level programming is come to existence. In middle-level programming, Middle level programming languages like COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, those are come to existence. So those middle level languages, what's for individual point of view. Suppose you taken the COBOL, which is used for business application purpose. Pascal, individually used for mathematical application purpose. Fortran, which is used for scientific application development. So COBOL is there, Pascal is there, Fortran is there. They are used for individual application development. Instead of that one, recommended to go through. Instead of that one, recommended to go through. What is recommended to go through? Better approach to use high level program. High level program. What is the best example for high level programming? C supported, C++ supported, Java supported. Those are the high level program. But while we working with C and C++, those are standalone application. Standalone means single user supporting application. At a time, only one user can access. But what we are expecting? Distributed application. That point of view, we are using Java. That point of view only, we are going to using the Java. So Java is, I am concluding now, Java, you know about what is programming language? Java is a which type of programming language? But here I given one more terminology that is called as a OOPS concept. Java is a high level object oriented programming language. I said, what is this high level object oriented programming? So now you know some knowledge about programming language. Now I wanted to concentrate what is this OOPS concept. So before Java is come to existence, they are going to using the C language. C language is going to be supports POPs mechanism, procedure orientation mechanism. After that one, C++ is come to existence, which supports OOPS mechanism. Which supports OOPS mechanism. What do you mean by this OOPS? After OOPS, after that one, Java is come to existence. Java is come to existence, which also supports OOPS mechanism, object orientation mechanism. Now I wanted to concentrate what is this object orientation? What is this object orientation? What is the need of object orientation? I wanted to concentrate. C supported procedure orientation, C++ supported object orientation, Java also supported object orientation. What is the need of this C? What is the disadvantages of C? How that is going to be overcome by C++? So what is the disadvantages of C and C++? How those are going to be overcome by this one? Now I wanted to concentrate. If you wanted to work with C language, C supported procedure orientation. C supported POPs mechanism. What do you mean by POPs? Procedure oriented programming synopsis. While we working with procedure orientation concept, what is the things are going to be support? What is it? Things are going to be provided. If you wanted to work with C programming, step-by-step manner of execution. First step, what we have to do? We have to write it. Hash include stdio.h. You have to write header file. If you wanted to develop the C programming, there is some steps are going to be involved. What is the steps? C supported procedure oriented step-by-step manner of execution. Hash include stdio.h header file we have to write. Then after writing the header file, we have to give main functionality. Step 1, accessing the header file, writing the main functionality. Inside the main functionality, we have to write the logic. Without writing the main functionality, you try to write the logic, not possible. Step 1, we have to do this one. Step 2, we have to do this one. Step 3, we have to do this one. Step-by-step manner of execution. Step-by-step manner of execution is going to be supported by C language. That's why C is said to be procedure oriented. Instead of procedure oriented, C++ is come to existence. So disadvantage of procedure orientation, sir. While we working with C language, what is the disadvantage? Programmer one written the code. Suppose I am a programmer one. I am a programmer one. I am writing some code. Is it audible with you? Any issue? Someone respond me. Someone unmute and respond me.
Yeah, yeah. You are audible. Yeah, loud
Any
and clear.
issues?
No, no,
Yeah.
not yet. No.
All right. So what is
Okay.
the disadvantage? Any issue is there? Unmute and yourself and speak out. No issue. Programmer one is going to be writing the code. The programmer two wanted to access that code. Programmer one is going to be writing the code while we working with C language. Programmer one written n number of lines of code. Whatever the code written by programmer one, that can be accessible within his class only. Whatever the programmer one writing the code, they can access that code within the same class. Within the same class. What is not possible? Programmer 2 cannot access programmer 1 code. Programmer 2 cannot access with programmer 2 code. Hold for a moment. Right. What is the disadvantage with this one? C language. While we working with C language, C supported procedure orientation. Whatever the code written by programmer one can be accessible within that program only. Suppose I am writing 1 lakh lines of code. That code is accessible within my program only. Whatever the code written by me, another person cannot access. C does not support code reusability between different programs. C does not support code reusability between different programs. I am writing the code, I can access the code with the help of functions concept within my program. But I am writing the code, somebody wanted to access that code, not possible. So to overcome that problem, C++ is come to existence. C++ is come to existence, which is going to be supported object orientation. Which is going to be supported object orientation. While we working with object orientation, we can use concept is called as a class. We can create the class. That class can be accessible. Class ABC can be accessible from other class. Class ABC can be accessible from other class. Class PQR. PQR can access that property. Programmer. So here, observe here. PQR. Programmer 1 is going to be writing one class. Programmer 2 can access that class with the help of object orientation concept like class, object, several things we have to discuss about it. So now I wanted to concentrate. So here working with C programming. C does not support. C does not support code reusability between different programs. But C++ supported that thing, but within the same program only. Class concept is going to be supported. But Java is going to be supported different program based also. Working within the C, he supported code reusability within the same program. Code reusability within the same program. C++ code reusability within the same program using a class concept. Classes can be supported this one. Classes can be supported. But while we working with Java, code reusability possibility between different programs also. I can write the code, somebody can access that code. That concept is called as a object orientation. Code reusability point of view, we uses object orientation. So that's why we concluded Java is a high level object oriented programming language. Similarly, I wanted to concentrate one more terminology. Java is a API document. Somebody asking you, if you plan to learn the Java, they're asking, what is Java? I can conclude, Java is a distributed application software. Two types of softwares are there, just we concluded about that one. Standalone software, system softwares, application softwares. So system software, best example is operating system. Java supported CUI based operating system as well as GUI based operating system also. Apart from operating system, we uses one more terminology, application software. Apart from OS, whatever we additionally installing, like C language development purpose, Turbo C software, PDF file reading purpose, Adobe Reader, audio and video files accessibility purpose. What we are going to using? We are going to using audio and video files purpose, VLC media player. Similarly, to access websites purpose, Google Chrome, all are the example of application software. Similarly, to work with Java side, we uses one software is called as a JDK software. How to work with this JDK software, we are going to discuss. So that's why I concluded Java is a distributed application software. Now I also covered with Java is one more terminology, high level object oriented programming language. Similarly, I wanted to give one more thing. Java is a API document. What do you mean by this API document? What is the advantage with this API document? API stands for application program interface. API stands for application program interface. Java is a application. We are the programmers. Java is a application software. We are the programmers. To build communication between Java and Java and end user or programmer purpose, there is a one documentation is there. The documentation is called as a API, application program interface. Sir, what is this API document, sir? What is there with that API document? API document is a collection of HTML files. Collection of HTML files. You know about HTML files, which is used for web application purpose. HTML files, which is going to provide some help manual, which is going to provide some help manual to end user purpose. So what is the thing? How to get this API documentation, sir? Where we can find the API documentation? Oracle people. Now Java is takeover by Oracle people. They provided some Oracle information point of view. They API to get online mode also. See the what is the advantage with this API document? I hope you studied C with data structures concept. How many were studied C with data structures concept? Speak with me.
Yeah, I know the basics of C.
Data structure. What is you have to write a lot of lines. You wanted to work with stack programming. You have to create the stack. You have to insert the elements purpose push functionality, remove the elements purpose pop functionality, like several functionalities you have to do. While we working with C language, stack functionality you wanted to do, push method, pop method, like n number of functions written by programmer. So lot of lines of code you have to write. Instead of writing lot of lines of code, observe here, you wanted to work with stack programming in Java. Java people written n number of lines of code. They already written one class name is called as a stack. which is available under Java util package. No need to write much code. Here we have to just access the method. While we working with a C language, you ready to write the 2 lines, 2 pages code for stack programming. But while we working with Java, no need to write 2 pages code. Just 4 or 5 lines of code is enough to write. Sir, how it is possible? Because they written n number of built-in classes. N number Java software developers written n number of built-in classes. Using those classes, we can interact directly. No need to write much code. Directly access the code. Sir, how to get it, sir? What are the built-in functionalities are there, sir? What is the methods are there? How to know that information? So there is a one documentation is there to get that one. Java API document. So what is the built-in classes? N number of built-in classes, n built-in packages. You observe here, these are the packages. While I am installation of Java, while I am going to installing the Java, by default, these much number of packages, these much number of packages are come to existence. These much number of built-in packages created by Java software developers. Who develop the Java software? They given this much number of built-in packages. In those packages, they written n number of class interface. Observe here. N number of classes and interface. These much number of built-in classes. Already Java people written built-in classes. No need to write those logics for those classes. Already they written classes. Observe, stack is a one class. Stack is a one class which is available. Observe this stack class. Stack class is available under Java util package. Under stack class, they written n number of methods, built-in methods. Those methods, no need to write any logic for those methods. Already Java software people written the logic. We have to access that logic. No need to do much thing. Already existing logic. Previously working with C language, C++. You have to write the logic for push function. You have to write the logic for pop function, peek function, empty function. You have to write. Not only that one, these much number of methods. You have to everything you have to work by your own. No need to write. Everything is written by Java people. You have to access that point of view. Very easy to develop the Java program. No need to write much coding in Java programming. Very simple because of it's having simple built-in methods. N number of methods. Don't observe only stack. Regularly we use as one more class is called as a scanner class. N number of classes we are going to using in those classes. Not only one method. Observe these much number of classes. Each and every class contains n number of built-in methods. No need to write much logic by you. So we have to use that logic directly. No need to write the logic. So that's why I'm concluding Java is a distributed. What is the thing I'm going to concluding when they ask the question? Java, what is Java? Java is a distributed application software. It is a high level object oriented programming language. Similarly, I have to conclude Java is a API. Distributed is nothing but client server based application like net banking applications, online examination applications. No need to go for online examination you wanted to attend. No need to go to online server location. Sit from own access. That is going to be supported. So that type of application is called as a distributed application. It is a high level object oriented programming language. Similarly, Java is a API document, application program interface document, help manual. Without manual, knowing the logics are complex. With manual, there is a methods are there. So methods are written by Java. You don't know which methods are written by Java. You cannot access. To overcome the problem, they provided API document. So this is a thing when they asked about what is Java, we plan to start the Java. Basic thing I discussed about Java. So tomorrow session, I wanted to discuss what is the importance of Java. What is it? importance of Java, why we are going to using the Java, that concept I wanted to cover. There are n number of different application softwares are there, sir, like Java is there, Hadoop is there, different types of application softwares are there, sir. Why we preferring Java, or what is the importance of Java? That's I will going to cover you. So I wanted to cover on time completion of course. The course, what in my teaching style, is it audible with you? Everything is fine with you? Any issues?
Yes, I. No,
Yeah.
no, not yet.
Good.
Right. I wanted to concentrate in my teaching side, teaching style. You have to observe the things. What is the things? In-depth coverage regarding concept. Theory concept I will going to cover, as well as I wanted to much concentrate on programming side. If you wanted to much concentrating on programming side, you require depth knowledge about syntax. If you know the syntax, proper syntax knowledge, you can easily develop the applications. So in the industry development, they are expecting logical programmers. So they are expecting logical deployment of application. That point of view, I wanted to cover definition point, theoretical point, and cover depth concept of syntactical explanation, logical presentation. If you know the syntax, writing the logics is not a complex. We're going to discuss logical implementation, much concentration on programming side with logical implementations. One more thing also, mainly you are going to concentrating on this study because of to crack the interviews. Wanted to clear the interviews. That point of view, we are going to cover day wise, concept wise interview questions. You know the concepts very well, but how to present before the interviewer is an important factor. You wanted to present that one before the interview. Somebody giving that answer. One question I asked the person. That person is giving the answer since 2 hours. I'm not happy. But one more person given the answer within 5 seconds or 5 minutes, he is going to concluding that one I am happy. When I am happy, the terminology, technical terminology. One person giving the answer his own terminology. Another person giving the answer based on technical terminology. Technical terminology is going to be increase the weightage of the interviewer. So how to impress the interviewer, how to give the technical answers. So similarly, I wanted to concentrate much on real-time case studies. One more thing I wanted to concentrate, real-time case studies. So what is a where we are going to implement it. So we don't expect the programming like a small type of coding. We wanted to concentrate real-time implementations where we are going to working with this one. I am going to concluding this course within sharp 45 days. On time, the course is going to be covered with depth theoretical knowledge as well as syntactical explanations with logical programming as well as real-time case studies covering a lot of interview point of questions based on that one. One more thing, as a primary stage, I am treating you as a kids only in programming. That's why daily some assignments I plan to give to you. I will give you some case studies, explanations. Try to give you some assignments, easy to develop. Any issues are there in development, mean while you practicing, any issues are there, I'm going to personally interacting with you to cover the problems also. I will explain some IDE tools in development. Primarily, 4 or 5 days session, I will explain you through Notepad only to get the depth knowledge on how to write the programming. After that one, I've started implementation based on IDE tools, integrated development tools, which is used in real-time development. I will explain about Eclipse IDE, My Eclipse, NetBeans, as well as IntelliJ, some of the IDE based development also I will go to discuss with you. On time, the course is going to be completed. Sharp 45 working days, the course is going to be completed. I'm giving you day wise things, how to cover what is the things. I wanted to concentrate some much important things for collections. In industry, collections is a very important factor. I'm expending lot of time on collection based implementation. Similarly, multi-threading also very important. In multi-threading, what is a implementations? How to work with this one? where we are going to implementing those multi-threading concept in real-time case studies. We are going to concentrate. Similarly, we have to plan to cover some of the new features like lambda expressions, like several features which is newly added with concept and core Java based. We are going to discuss. So go through these numbers. If you have any queries, interact with this Ashok IT people for further discussion purpose. Any queries, you can interact with me now.
Sai.
Any issues? Interact. Yeah.
Anand here.